Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and today I'd like to talk about gold in Rainbow Six Siege and why people just hate it and why no one likes it and why a lot of good players get stuck in gold. So, to get started, I've been playing in gold for the past, 3 seasons, at least in ranked, right? Well, sort of. In Void Edge, I fell from gold when I swapped the PC all the way down to bronze, and I fought my way all the way up to gold, and now we're here where I'm in gold 1 and I'm almost through gold, man. It sucks to go from plat on console to bronze to gold, right? It just sucks. But anyways, gold is a frustrating rank. Okay. I think the big point here is gold is the most inconsistent rank you can get to, right? There's not a lot of people where you look at someone and you're like, wow, that's actually a gold player. It feels like it's a bunch of silvers, legit silvers, who maybe got lucky, won a couple games, or got carried, or it's a couple of plats that are just throwing and now they got to get back to plat. That's what gold really feels like. And I noticed that usually a sign of someone's skill is if they're a gold 1 or a high gold 2, it's a little bit different. But you don't fight that. You fight a lot of gold 3s, silver 1s, and gold 2s. And it's frustrating, right? You don't know if you're going to play with someone who knows the map, who knows how the operators work. I mean, you play with people who are like, I'm going to pick Blackbeard because I have a pink camo and I think it's going to work. You have other people who are like, I'm going to pick Thatcher because he's meta or whatever. You get into those situations where you have that kind of dynamic where it's like, well, okay, what are we going to do, right? I would say honestly though, the silvers who are golds are less toxic than the plats who are golds, because then let's say you get a plat, they're mad because they're most of the time, if they're ranked stars, they're mad because they're gold and not plat, and they are gonna just be like, oh, I'm in gold, I can just ash rush every round. I found people like that before. They won't give call outs, they just kind of get 2 picks and then you got to deal with the rest, and they're on comms calling everyone idiots and stuff, and it's just a terrible experience. I also noticed in gold that there's a lot of smurfs in gold, right? I would say that's where the highest concentration of smurfs are, because it's just like you find a bunch of level 60s and 50s, they're just ridiculous, or they actually really suck and they're going back down, right? It's frustrating because when I'm in gold or when I'm playing a ranked game, it helps me to understand who I'm fighting against, right? Because I'm a very experienced player in Siege, right? Just the other day, I scrimmed against Diamonds. And yes, we lost, but it was really fun scrimming against Diamonds because instead of dying to, I ask a teammate, hey, watch my drone. They don't watch my drone and I die. I tried to push this angle and there's a 2-person cross setup. There's no way I win that gunfight, I would much rather die to that than, oh, sorry, I was on my phone after I died. I don't remember where I said this before, but gold really feels like you have the 50-50 chance of winning. You have to play way better. You have to be able to do everything to win a gold game. In plat, if you specialize in support and you get a good 5-stack and, you're the support player, or you're specialized in flexing or entry fragging and you get the right team composition, plat's easy, right? That's how it felt when I was playing in plat. The times that we beat teams in plat, or the times that we played in scrims and beat plat players, was when we just had a team composition and we knew what we were doing, right? In gold, you try to have that team composition and then the thermite goes and entry frags, or the Maverick doesn't set up drones, or what have you. What's really unfortunate in gold too, I mean, it happens everywhere, but especially in gold, is people care so much about KD, it's ridiculous. If you go on the public Rainbow Six Siege server, they have this thing called Looking for Games, which is really cool. It's a good way to meet people because we go there to have comms, right? So we have callouts and we try to win, right? And what you'll find is there's so many lobbies where they go, you have to be like a gold and a 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 KD. And they don't care about winning. They care about frags. They still think that the only part of this game is you pick operators for guns. I've met so many people down there where they go, if IQ had an ACOG on the G8, I would only play IQ. Or I picked Yana because the G36 and the drone, right? I mean, I guess that's okay. There's people who won't pick thermite. So eventually someone's got to pick thermite, and you just get shoved down doors. And then you have the people that I'm going to spawn peek every round, and they don't know how to spawn peek properly. And instead of adjusting their strategy, they just keep trying, which, I mean, respect for trying, but, Another thing in gold is, like, what I'm doing right now. I'm telling you guys why it's not fun to play in gold, right? But from what I've seen, if you're stuck in gold, it's all you. It's all you. You could pick to... A lot of people will say, I don't like solo queuing because I find crappy teammates. Well, why did you solo queue in the first place if you don't like it when you could have gone and found teammates, right? You can find teammates in unranked, play unranked, find teammates, play ranked. You could have done that, but you didn't, right? That amount of blaming teammates goes to the next level in gold, man. There's so many people that will spawn peek. They'll go, I'm going to go on Clubhouse. I'm going to spawn peek the garage door, right? It's like, everyone knows that spawn peek because in gold, you've probably been fucked over by it. So people are going to watch it. And it's like, oh, I died. How'd they know I died? The best one is, I'm going to go spawn peek. And these people go to this window that I'm like, oh, I've seen this 1,000 times, right? They die and they're like, how did that guy know I was there? There was no drone. And then you're stuck with a mad teammate because there's a lot of rage down in gold too, right? I've seen it in plat players too. They get mad when they just start to lose against people when they shouldn't be. But in gold, no matter what, for a lot of people, if they start losing, no matter what, they get pissed off. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're not going to get comms out of that person. They're not going to pick good operators. They're not going to contribute to the team as much. And then you go up against a 5-stack who's, in gold, doesn't matter how good they are, you're screwed. However, with that being said, I think there's something about gold that can really help someone, especially if you get stuck in gold. I'm in gold 1 right now. I'm almost in plat 3. And I went from all the way from bronze to gold 3, right? That was a monumental achievement for me. I could have given up, right? People judged me for being bronze. When I originally tried to start a team, it was like, oh, you're bronze, you don't matter, I literally got messages like that. It sucked. I fought my way all the way up to gold 3. That was an achievement, man, because I was a gold. I was a trash gold player. I wasn't a trash bronze player, right? But this getting through gold and getting to plat, man, it feels like a monumental task, and it's like it takes a certain level of perseverance to get through. And I think if you're one of those players like me that's really is struggling this time to get through gold. The first time that I tried to get to plat, it was I really just played a bunch of silver, got gold, and then at some point the progress on gold never stopped, and I got to plat, right? That push from silver to gold felt amazing, and this push from gold to plat this time is feeling amazing. So I think if there's people like me out there who we care more about the long-term journey rather than, well, I lost this game, right? We're not one of those people where we'll quit playing Siege after one loss. We'll keep playing because we know that we can get better. For people like me, getting stuck in gold and fighting through it is such a rewarding experience. Recently I'm subbing for a team, and even though I'm a gold 1, and they're all gold 1s too, but they've been scrimming for a while, so they understand their strats better, and they have a plat 2 entry fragger. Even though that's the case, I still, like, they picked me up and we fought diamonds, and like I said, even though I got my butt kicked, I could still stand my own against those diamonds when they would actually communicate the strategy to me. It still felt super good to fight those diamonds. And I went in with a plat stack and fighting plats and scrims, man. It's so much fun. And I'm finally happy that I'm starting to get rewarded for this grind through gold by being able to play in higher level scrims. And I think it's going to reinforce my whole personal journey to trying to be a Siege pro. I think it's really reinforcing that, keep going, and perseverance and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been my experience playing in gold. Gold sucks. I don't like it, but I'm gonna make the best of it while I'm here, and hopefully I can get back to plat, and hopefully I can keep fighting. And ultimately my goal is to play so many scrims find a team that cares so much about winning and so much about scrims and learning that I don't even have to touch ranked again. You know, I'd be super happy if the only time I play ranked is to exclusively have fun with friends who just want to play ranked for fun. And that's it. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.